You know that feeling? Your project is just this tangled mess, and you have no idea where it begins or where it's supposed to end. Well, if that's you, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to grab a simple tool called SIPOC, untangle that chaos for good, and put you back in the driver's seat.
I mean, does this sound familiar? It feels like your project grows brand new tasks overnight. Your team is just constantly putting out fires, and you're inheriting everyone else's headaches while your own priorities get completely buried. It is just draining.
Let's just be real for a second. When your project scope is that blurry, you're not actually managing a process anymore. You're running a charity, basically handing out your team's time and energy to solve problems that aren't even yours to solve. You've totally lost control.
But what if you could actually mark your territory? Today, I'm going to show you how to use a really simple but incredibly powerful tool to build a perimeter fence around your project. It's all about defining exactly where your responsibility starts, and maybe more importantly, where it stops.
So, what's this tool? It's called SIPOC. It's just an acronym, pretty straightforward. It stands for Suppliers, Inputs, Process, Outputs, and Customers. Think of it like a high-level map that gives everybody one single clear picture of the whole operation.
And this right here, this is the most important thing SIPOC does. It's not just a list of steps you follow. Nope. It's a framework for setting real, concrete boundaries. It defines your start point, what you accept, and your stop point, what you deliver. Without those two things, accountability is basically impossible.
Okay, so the first rule for building this fence might feel a little backward, but trust me on this, it is the absolute best way to start.
Instead of starting at the beginning of the process, we're going to start at the very end. This is called the right-to-left method. So first, you identify your customers. Who are you even doing this for? Then, you figure out the specific outputs they actually need from you. Only after you know that do you map out the core process steps to get there. And then finally, you work backwards to the inputs and suppliers you'll need.
And here's why that method works so well. By starting with the customer, you guarantee that every single step in your process is actually designed to deliver value. You literally reverse engineer the whole thing from the results you want. This just vaporizes busy work and gets your team focused only on what truly matters.
All right, rule number 2, and this one is about avoiding a really common, really critical mistake. Honestly, getting this part wrong is the fastest way to make your whole SIPOC totally useless.
The heart of your map, the P in SIPOC, should only have about 5 to 7 high-level steps. That's it. Seriously. If you've got more than that, your scope is probably way too broad, or you're just getting lost in the weeds. And this slide shows you exactly what I'm talking about. A SIPOC is for strategic positioning. It is not a detailed procedure manual. We want verify credit, not log into system or turn on computer. You gotta keep it high level. Remember, this isn't for training new hires on the daily grind. It's for defining the strategic flow of work.
Okay, our third and final rule. This is where you make accountability crystal clear. You have to define the handoffs.
Look, being specific here changes everything. It is not enough to say you need a budget from finance. No, you need the approved budget Form B12 from the finance department. Not just leads, you need qualified sales leads as a CSV file from marketing. Getting this level of detail at the input stage is absolutely crucial. And here is the payoff. When a problem pops up later, and it will, a specific handoff instantly tells you where the issue happened. Did marketing send the wrong file? Did the vendor provide the wrong materials? See? Defining the boundary defines responsibility. This one thing alone will save you from 80% of the corporate finger-pointing later on. So let's just quickly bring it all together. When you follow these 3 rules, you're not just drawing some chart on a whiteboard. You're actually engineering a successful, manageable project right from the very start.
So here it is, your blueprint for building that perimeter fence. Number 1, start with the customer and work your way backwards. 2, keep your process map tight, 5 to 7 strategic steps only. And 3, be ruthless about specifying your inputs and who provides them. This is how you protect your team and keep those blame-shifting departments exactly where they belong, outside your scope.
So I'll leave you with this question. With clear boundaries and defined accountability, what could your team really achieve? Now that your process is defined, the next step is showing progress. And remember, the boss has limited patience. So in our next explainer, we'll dive into project milestones and how to give everyone that peace of mind that you're on track. See you then.